Okay, so good day. So in this video, you will be familiarized with the term absolute value and integers. Okay, so what is an absolute value? Okay, an absolute value that refers to the distance of the number from zero on the number line. So we have to just simply get the distance. So yung distansya ng isang number na nagsimula kay 0 on a given number line. So if we have here our number line here, so this 0 represents the origin, and all the numbers on the right side of 0 is what we call positive numbers, and all the numbers on the left side of 0 are what we call the negative numbers. Okay, so since that is a line, so a line meaning these two arrowhead means that there is an infinite number. Okay, so ibig sabihin, hindi lang po matatapos ang ating number line sa 10 at saka kay -10. Okay, so aside from that we are an absolute value refers to the distance of a number from a number line. So when we say, or when we have here the absolute value of a number n, that is always greater than or equal to 0. So kung kukuha man tayo ng absolute value ng isang specific na number, so palagi siyang mas malaki or mas mataas siya kay 0 or pwede siyang equal kay 0. Okay, so this is on how we can write the sentence into a symbol. Okay? Okay, so next, this symbol, so as you can see from the screen, so this symbol is to be read as the absolute value of n. Okay? Where n is any number. So ito pong nandyan na nakakulong dyan ay pwede po siyang mapalitan. At yan po, ang inire-represent ng letter N na yan is that any number. Okay, kahit ano pong number. Now, let's have the different example. Let us first get number 1, the absolute value of 5. Okay, so again, pag sinabi natin absolute value, that is just simply getting the distance of a number from 0. So, kung ito yung 5, so kung ito po si positive 5, so bibilangin natin yung distansya niya simula kay 0. Okay? So, magsisimula tayo kay 0, papunta kay positive 5. That's why we will now have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, 5 unit po yung difference or yung distance, ng 5 from 0. So, therefore, so that is 5. So, 5 units. So, therefore, the absolute value of 5 is 5. Okay? Next example, number 2. So, let's first get the absolute value of -6. Okay? So, we are now naman to get the absolute value of -6. So, ito po si -6. So, bibilangin natin yung distansya ni -6 kung gaano siya kalayo kay 0. So, bibilangin natin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So, therefore, the absolute value of -6 is 6. Okay? Next example, number 3. Okay? Number 3, let us get the negative. Okay? So, kung makikita po ninyo dyan, we have here a symbol. So, sorry, hindi po makita. This symbol, -3. Okay? Ito po, negative. So, you have here the negative absolute value of 3. So, huwag niyo muna pong titingnan itong negative sign na nasa labas. So, ito po muna ang kuhanin natin. We have to get the absolute value or the negative absolute value of 3. So, from 0, bibilangin natin yung distance niya. From 0, bibilangin natin yung distance niya kay 3. Okay? So, we have 1, 2, and 3. So, therefore, there are 3 units. So, therefore, copying the sign or the negative sign outside the absolute value symbol, so we have here -3. Therefore, the negative absolute value of 3 is -3. Okay? Next example, number 4. Okay? This is to be read as the negative absolute value of negative 7. So, dito tayo kay negative 7. Titingnan natin yung distance negative 7 from 0. Kung ilan po yung unit yung distansya nila. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So, therefore, there are 7 units. So, 7 units yung distansya. So, if we are going to get the negative absolute value of negative 7, just like from the previous example, copy the sign, negative, so you have here negative 7. So, this is now to be read as the negative absolute value of negative 7 is negative 7. Okay? Now, let us now have the term integers. Okay? Pag naman po sinabi nating integers, that simply refers to the union of positive, 0, and negative number. So, again, pag naman sinabi nating union, okay, this is just simply a recall. Pag sinabi nating union, that is just simply the combination of all the elements. So, ibig sabihin, yung integers po, ito yung pinagsama-samang positive, 0, at negative numbers. Okay? So, take note that 0 is neither positive nor negative. So, yung 0, ang sign po ng 0 is not positive at hindi rin po siya negative. Okay? Now, positive numbers can be written with a positive sign. So, ito pong positive sign na yan, that simply denotes that that is a positive number. But, that is not or it does not need to have a sign. So, kapag positive number po yan, hindi mo na kailangang ilagay itong positive sign nila. So, you don't need to write this plus sign, okay? This positive sign to denote that that is a positive number. Automatic po, kapag positive, you don't need to use any sign. Pag wala pong sign yung number mo, ibig sabihin that is positive. Now, a negative number must be written with a negative sign. So, ito, kailangan nating maipakita na that number is a negative number with the use of this symbol. Okay? Ito naman yung sign na yan represents the negative number. Okay? The higher the negative number, the lower the value. Kahit gaano kataas yan, kung yung number na yan, at yan po ay negative, mas mababa po yung value niyan. So, let's have this first example. So, negative 4 is less than negative 1. So, kung makikita natin, mas malaki po yung negative 4, figuratively. But, since sila po ay negative, okay, since yan po ay negative number, kapag pinag-uusapan natin ay negative number, kahit gaano kataas yung number na yan, mababa po ang kanyang value. That's why negative 4 is less than negative 1. Okay? So, mas malaki po si negative 1 kaysa kay negative 4. Another example, we have here negative 4 is greater than negative 8. So, mas malaki po si 8. Again, kahit gaano kalaki yung number na yan, at ang sign niya po ay negative, mababa yung value. That's why, mas malaki po si negative 4 kaysa kay negative 8. Okay? Now, we have here the integers on a number line. So, just like on the previous example a while ago, as from the start, we say that the origin here represents the, or 0 here represents the origin. And all the numbers on the right side of 0 are what we call positive numbers. And on the right side, we have here the negative numbers. Now, ano naman yung tawag natin sa mga mismong number na nandyan? Yun sa mga bawat point na nandyan sa ating number line. So, ang tawag natin sa kanila are the coordinates. So, yung mga number with a point on a number line is what we call the coordinates. So, yan po ang tawag natin sa kanila. Okay? Okay. So, in this part, so let us now be familiarized with the some words that represent positive. Okay? So, ito po yung mga terminologies na inyong tatandaan na ang nire-represent po ng mga terminologies na yan ay positive. So, we have here after, north, gain, debit, east, above, deposit, up, profit, clockwise, increase, forward, right, and save. Okay? Next, we have here the words that represent negative. We have here before, below, withdraw, backward, left, south, west, down, decrease, spend, loss, credit, and debt. Okay? So these are the words that represent negative. Okay? So ito naman yung representation or tatandaan nyo na ang nire-represent naman po niya ay negative. Okay? Next one, so let's have the following. You write the integer that represents the situation. So given yung mga situation, i-represent mo lang whether that is a positive or a negative. So let's start with number 1, a profit of 40 pesos. Okay? So yung term mo dyan, or ang keyword mo dyan here is the word profit. So, ano ba yung nire-represent ng word na profit? So, malinaw that the profit here represents a positive. Okay? So, therefore, we can write this as positive 40 without a symbol or with a symbol. So, again, hindi naman po necessary na lagi pong present yung sign kung siya po ay positive. So, this one will do in having or in representing a positive number kahit wala na po yung plus sign. Okay? Next, we have here a loss of 5 pounds. Okay? So, yung word na loss. So, pag sinabi natin loss, nabawasan. So, ibig sabihin, the second statement here represents a negative 5. Okay? Next, 8 steps forward. Okay? Pag sinabi po natin forward, so that is positive. That's why we have here positive 8. Then lastly, number 4, we have here spend 10 pesos. So pag ginawa po natin siya or sinulat natin siya into an integer, so the word or the keyword here is the word spend. Okay? So nagastos ka. So ibig sabihin or malinaw po that that is negative 10. Okay? So I hope that you already recall with what is an absolute value and you already familiar with the integers. Okay? Thank you for listening.